Hello and welcome to another Top 5 here on my channel. Today we're going to look at one of the most famous sci-fi franchises in the history of film or movies at this time. We are going to look at the Star Wars film series or franchise. At this moment they have produced 7 movies and they are going to produce another trilogy, which is basically a sequel trilogy to the original live action movies. They also produced an animated movie that wasn't very well received. But when you think about it, the prequel trilogy, which were basically part 1 to 3, weren't as well received as well. But yeah, this is my top 5. So let's start. Number 5, Star Wars Episode 2. Basically, this one has a really great war, in my opinion. Really interesting politics, in my opinion, but of course there are some bad things about this also. It is the love story is, in my opinion, forced in this movie, but of course you can't blame everything on that one, because some acting is up and down in my opinion, but it is also very well held up by the fights, the environments, and some other actings. So yeah. Number 4, I'm going to be Star Wars Episode 4. The start of the original trilogy, and in my opinion it is as greatly put together as the other movies that I have further up on the list, but it is a great start to the franchise and film series. It is introducing the characters in a really great way. Luke, for example, C-3PO, R2-D2, everything is really well very well introduced for the audience. A lot of scenes is really greatly put together. The environment, as I said before, the environments are really great, and story and acting is awesome. But number 3, I'm going to be Star Wars Episode 3. This is the final part of the original of the prequel trilogy, and is a really great send-off into the original 3 movies. This one is one of the darkest, in my opinion. It is basically showing how Anakin Skywalker is turning into the dark side, and is basically becoming Darth Vader. It's a really dark, really intriguing, and really interesting story, in my opinion. A really well put together movie, in my opinion, with great acting and great environments. But they doesn't beat number 2, Star Wars Episode 6. At this moment, the final movie that has been released in the original trilogy. Of course, there are going to be sequel trilogy coming really soon this year, but this one is a really great send-off. They have a really great war, really great beginning, and everything is really well put together, in my opinion. Everything is really intriguing when it comes to the what could we say, aliens or societies you see in this movie. Really great. There's many things I can't remember when it comes to actually talking about this movie. It is, in my opinion, a really great movie, and is skyrocketing all over the first 3 movies that I have said. But of course, the final and greatest movie, in my opinion, in this franchise is Star Wars Episode 5. It has one of the best openings, in my opinion, in movie history. It also has one of the greatest plot twists. Well, if you haven't seen the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, you wouldn't have known this before, but it was one of the greatest plot twists, in my opinion, if you haven't watched the original prequel trilogy. Not the original, the prequel trilogy, basically. The prequel trilogy basically destroyed this plot twist, but this, of course, is a really famous scene, and if you haven't seen it before, well, I can't say anymore. It is a really great middle part, one of the greatest in my opinion, and is basically showing how the second part in a trilogy should be. And yeah, that was all for today, folks. Hope you liked it. Hope to see you next time. Bye.